Welcome to our new Osceola studio and welcome to the 2022 preseason position preview. We start with the offense and today we'll discuss the wide receivers. I'm Bob Ferranti. I'm here with Osceola publisher Jerry Cutts.
Welcome everybody. We're really excited about this. We've gone through the spring. We've learned a lot about our team heading into the 2022 season. And we're really happy to tell you that we're going to have analysts with us throughout the preview that we'll be doing. And Bob, who's our first guest?
We welcome in from the fast break offense, Kez McCorvey. You know him as the FSU wide receiver from 1990 through 94, 192 career receptions, 6 seasons in the NFL, NFL Europe, and the CFL, coaching experience in Canada. And Kez, we saw you out on the practice field at Florida State on Wednesday, using your coach voice, coaching up the young guys at North Florida Christian. Tell us what you're doing now with FCA and NFC.
That's what I do. That's my main job. That's my real job. Now, my part-time, non-paying job is I coach receivers for North Florida Christian. So I've been over there for the past I think 4 or 5 years over there coaching receivers. My son graduated this past year, and I coach the skill guys over there. So I've been having fun doing that. It's fun.
It's good. It's good. It's fun. Congrats on your son's graduation. We'll be back after this.
Hey Seminole fans, tickets to Florida State football games are now on sale. Right now, you can pick up single game tickets, 3-game packs, and season tickets for the 2022 season. Home games include Florida, Clemson, Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, Boston College, Louisiana, and Duquesne. Have fun this football season with your friends and family, all the while knowing your ticket purchase is funding FSU's success. Call your ticket rep today at 850-644-1830 or visit Seminoles.com. That's Seminoles.com.
Welcome back to the Osceola studio and welcome back Kez McCorvey. As we dive in here with Florida State's receivers in 2022, the big impact transfer receiver was Mycah Pittman from Oregon. His dad, Michael, played with the Tampa Bay Bucks in the Super Bowl 20 years ago. Hard to believe, but his son is expected to make a big impact this season for the Seminoles. Pittman lays out for footballs. He thinks every 50-50 ball is going to be his. Kez, what have you seen from Mycah, and just how much of that mindset, that professional mindset, can he bring to the table and improve this position group?
Well, you know what? It's experience too. I mean, he's been a guy that's played a lot and has some experience over in Oregon, but also he has family too. He's seen his brother, he's seen his father play at a high level too, and he has expectations of himself. And so that's a big part of football, confidence, and he brings that to the group. And so he doesn't back down. He's probably been bullied by his big brother. He's probably been, challenged by his dad to be better. And so he brings that attitude to the group too as well. And the thing I love about him too as well is he has the moxie. People say moxie, but it's the awareness of how to get opens. Like, so understanding where defenses are going to be at the open holes, how to run fast to the spot, but then come slow through the open holes. And so he has that intelligence. He's a football family, so he gets it. I mean, he's probably getting coached right now by his dad and his brother right now. And so he has a lot of he brings a lot of experience that can obviously allow us to have big plays, but also get first down. That's important. In this offense, we got to get more first downs, and I think he'll increase our third down completion percentage and our third down conversion percentage, and that'll help us to sustain drives, which ultimately helps us to win games and score points.
Kez, you were in the slot. You were that guy that could go find the open spot, get open, and talk to us a little bit about that. What is it that, in your development as a receiver, how did you get from where you started to where you finished up?
Yeah, you know what? And for me, I was a 6'1", 4'5", 4'6" receiver, but I was quick. I was quicker than most big guys, and then I was usually bigger than most little guys, and so I had some natural advantages too as well. And then it's hard for me to say I was smart, but I was a smart football player. So I knew, the defenses and how they roll, and then the coverages, and then who's coming on the blitz and everything. And I believe Micah knows that too as well. And I think you have a couple guys that are proficient at doing that. And so we got a lot of first down. I know what my job was. My job was to get first down so Warrick Dunn can have another swing at the bat to get a home run, or shoot it out there to Mark Vanover to get another throw over the top. I knew what my job was. And so I think that's a big part of the football piece that, I think we were missing in the past. Is what I did well was read defenses, win one-on-one coverages, beat linebackers, find the open windows.
You know what your job was. These guys are still learning on the job. Now, it takes time in the passing game to build that cohesion. We saw sometimes guys just didn't know what they were doing. There was a little bit of tightness, some drops, some uncertainty over what they're supposed to do. How long should it take to build more cohesion in the passing game? And what's a realistic expectation from this receiver group in 2022?
And it takes time. I know when myself and Charlie kind of hit our stride when we were at Florida State, it took maybe a good season. And so that first season, we were struggling, trying to figure it all out. But by the end of the season, we were on the same page. I knew when the ball was coming to me. I knew, which I saw the same thing Charlie saw, and I knew he knew the timing of it too. And so that's what it is. It's the receivers, but it's also the quarterback trusting. I mean, what those guys should be doing, they should be in the room with him talking about different looks and when I'm gonna get the ball and what you're looking at and what you're seeing and getting on the same page. And so once you get to the point where you do that, now man, you can. I mean, there's no telling what you can do. So that's my hope right now. I'm not out there with them right now, but to be able to see it. But that's what it takes. It takes being on the same page, anticipation of the quarterback to be able to throw because he knows you're going to be there. So that's what it really takes for a quarterback and a group of receivers to be on the same page and really get that cohesion to be able to have a high completion percentage.
We saw some of it this spring, Jerry. Yeah. Glimpses.
We did. There were times where you saw it. You can see Jordan, he's getting more confident as a quarterback. And I guess, Kez, for a quarterback to get more confident, he's got to have confidence in his receivers and that the routes, the timing of the routes is going to be right and the depth's going to be right and all that. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. And it takes repetition too. You got to be out there throwing them same passes over and over again, and then this is the thing right here too. You in the football game, you really have two types of passing game, right? You got first and second down passing, and you got third down passing, and they're totally different, right? First down passing, the ball is going to go down the field. It's posts and goes and takeoffs and deep overs and big chunk plays, and you got to have some speed and you got to have some big play capabilities. And then on third down plays, man, you got to be able to maneuver. You got to be able to find those tight windows, and quarterbacks got to be trusting to be able to throw the ball in tight windows. And you got to catch the ball in traffic and get bent up like a pretzel sometimes, but get them first downs. So it's just a different style of the passing game. And so I think for us, we've had some success at first down passing, but we've not had as much success in those third down areas. And so I think that's where we probably need to improve with those tight windows when, they know we're throwing the ball. It's third down and 8 and 10 and all that kind of good stuff. And the linebackers are dropping with depth and you either throw it in that window or you take it down to the back and the back makes the 8 more yards and gets the first down. So that's where we are.
We'll be back after this.
Alumni Hall, where you'll find officially licensed FSU gear for the entire family, including brands like Nike and Champion, plus great gifts for your favorite Seminole and home decor too. Miss some of the old Seminole throwback logos? Check out our College Vault collection. Shop online at alumnihall.com and let our great customer sales team ship to you within days. Or pick up in store in Tallahassee. You'll find us in the Miracle Plaza Shopping Center on Thomasville Road. Students and military get 10% off in store, and Osceola subscribers get 20% off in store and online with their digital membership cards. Alumni Hall.
Welcome back, Kez McCorvey, who's ready to get back out on the field right this minute. Look at that. Looking good, man.
My head's too fat for this helmet.
That's your 93 helmet, I take it.
Yeah, it's my 93. It feels like 93 too, because it's tight.
93 helmet sitting right here, and I think this was worn by Jesus Hernandez. So Zeus's helmet. I've told him it's his and he can come get it. But yep, that was a beautiful helmet, that 93 helmet.
Yeah, I loved it. Great
memories. And a guy who's building some memories right now, Kez, is Malik McLean, a true freshman. Really jumped on the scene last year. I think the most memorable play he had was that high pointing that ball in the end zone against Boston College, coming down with it in a really big moment on the road. What have you seen from Malik? What are the next steps that he can take?
You know what, too? Malik comes in and probably is better than I thought he was. I mean, he's a tall kid, and you usually don't have tall guys that can put their foot in the ground and change direction like he can. But he can. He can put his foot in the ground. He's fast. My goodness. I mean, so he's a mutant, one of those mutant guys that you love to that you would love to get a chance to work with. And so I think he has an upside. I think his first year, usually freshmen, they have a hard time. They just, this confidence is not being aware of the speed of the game. But as soon as he gets the speed of the game, I believe that he's going to make a lot of plays. He's just so massive and so fast too as well. And so I wasn't surprised he started. But now this next year, I think the expectations will probably be a little higher. You know, he got a little taste of it, didn't have too much success, which is probably good because it leaves you hungry coming for the next year. So I just think he has a lot of the tools that you need to be successful, just the size, the speed, the quickness, you know, and just for his size, the footwork and the ability to get low.
Kez, I've out there, we saw each other out at spring, watched some of the spring together, and guys like Johnny Wilson and some of the other fellas that you saw this spring, who's impressed you, and who do you look to have a good season?
I tell you what, though, Johnny Wilson is one of the guys that impressed me, because this is the thing about football right here. This is the thing about football is, especially on offense, right? You want to be able to have some gimmies. Okay, you want to be able to look out there and say, you know what, I got an advantage over you, and I can take advantage of it at any time. As soon as, you know, and not have to create plays for players. Okay, you know, sometimes we create plays and we make plays or we orchestrate plays, but sometimes we look over there and we say, you know what, my guy is better than your guy. And a lot of times in the spring, I saw where Johnny was throwing a fade ball, and we were getting him. He was getting those jump balls. He's 6'7". He's massive. All right, so we can get in a position where that becomes a big part of the game. All right, where you can look over there and say, you know what, you get my guys one-on-one, and let's take that shot over there. That makes the game easy. That makes the game easy when you can get those type of matchups over there, and that's what we're looking for. So Johnny is one of the guys that I thought was a guy that can come in and possibly make a difference in the receiver room because of his just sheer size. He's massive. He's a giant. And he can run too. He's a mutant. Those mutant receivers. I used to be a big receiver, man. But now look at these gargantuans over here. Over there trying to play with 80 numbers and single digit numbers playing receiver. I'm thinking, man, what in the world's going on?
Hey, Kez, one last thing I want to ask you is downfield blocking. I mean, to get big runs that go from 8 to 38, that's usually receivers getting after people downfield, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You know what? I think it's under appreciated, the downfield blocking for receivers. Okay, because if you're a great blocker down in the receiver position, guess what? People have to cover down. Now, what I mean by cover down, that means they have to bring an extra guy to stop the run, because they're usually dependent on outside linebackers, nickels, and cornerbacks to a lot of times to make make tackles. But when those guys can't make tackles, who's left to make tackles? Safeties. And so those safeties now have to come down, and now you get a chance to get over the top with those guys, with the receivers over the top. So if you're a great blocker as a receiver, you help your big play potential. So I think us having guys that are big, strong, physical will help us eventually in the passing game with bigger downfield passes, because we do block so well. And so, I mean, I saw Johnny, I saw him just mauling guys, and he should. He's 6'7", 200 and something pounds. I don't know. And Malik and some of those big guys, even some of our smaller guys, Mycah was doing the same thing. Those guys are ferocious blocking runs. He's got them blocking pretty good over there, just the effort. And so I love that. And like I said, it helps in the passing game, because now another defender from the back end has to come and make tackles, which allows you now to be more, have some play action passes that get us down the field easier.
If you're enjoying these videos, please like or subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's The Osceola. We thank guys like Kez McCorvey, Mark Salva, Charlie Ward for joining us on these videos. Let's wrap up with a quick look at the tight ends. Kez, Cameron McDonald has been the veteran in this group. We're still looking for some younger guys to really take on bigger roles. There's Wyatt Rector, Preston Daniel. What are the expectations realistically from this group beyond Cam McDonald? We kind of know he's the leader. He's going to set the tone. But what do you want to see from some of these younger players?
Yeah, you know what? Just develop some of this, some of the receiving. Cam is a mutant. Again, I said that again. Cam's a mutant because he has the ability to play in the box with the run game, and he needs to continue to work on that. But he also he can stretch. You can widen him out. And he's not a hindrance to you in the receiving game too as well. We need to get some more guys that are proficient at running routes and that you don't feel like they can't win in a one-on-one situation. Tight ends got to win in a one-on-one situation. So these young guys, as I was watching the spring, just got to work on some of the nuances of playing downhill on the ball and being able to cut and stay low on some of their routes and stuff. I think they did a decent job blocking, but I think where we can improve at is just the route running, so you can be that dual threat. That's the best thing about a tight end, because you have to cover another gap, but then also you got to now play this guy as a receiver with play action pass coming at your face. And so that's very hard, especially if you have a good, fast, skilled tight end.
Kez, I got a guy I've circled on the chart, number 85. I sent a picture of him to Pat Carter and said,
Yeah.
Pat, I think we got a tight end that's the same size as you, and he might be able to catch as good as you. I'm really looking forward to Marqueston Douglas. Have you gotten a chance to look at him at all?
You know what? A little bit. I got the chance to look at him too, and I again, just like you said too, I love those guys. Those guys help so much because the dual threat of run and pass. It's hard to play a tight end and also keep an eye on your gap, and so that just makes those guys so valuable. And I think that's what he's going to be. He's going to be so valuable in the running game because we run the ball so well too. If we can run the ball well, he will have. He'll be more valuable as the years go along because of his abilities and his size and his speed and his strength. And so that's what makes those guys special, and that's what makes him special too.
So for the fans out there, Marqueston is 6'4", 273 pounds, and he can run.
Yeah.
And so he's
like an
kid.
additional offensive tackle. All right, that you gotta bring another guy. And this is the thing right here. People don't have real Sams like they used to. They used to have these big old giant outside linebacker Sams to go bang the tight end. Now they don't have that anymore. And so it's a big advantage in the run game when you got an extra guy down there that can push a defensive end off the ball, that can handle a defensive end on a stretch block or a kick out block. And that just makes the run game so much easier. So you got to now bring those safeties down closer, which gives the tight end and the receivers more opportunities down the field for play action passes.
Kez, thanks for joining us. Thanks for your analysis. You can see it as a position group that we feel is being rebuilt. 4 transfers have come in. Some younger guys are really taking shape and developing within the program. We thank you for watching the Osceola. More videos to come.